Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's got a nice little, that's pretty good. I like that. Looks good.
I might take a little more off this point.
Yeah, perfect. Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and Nate's in the house, and Doug's in the house. Nate's back on doing probably the hardest garnish molding to make out of all of them, and the reason being is because we had to relief this front piece of the post, and we had to relief the top piece of the post. So that means that this front garnish molding going all the way around the front window is going to be the hardest one. So there's going to be some pieces sliced and diced, and it's going to take a little bit. He's obviously started with the 2 screws, got it in the right spots for the vents and all that stuff, but there's quite a bit of work going on there. A bunch of trickery in the corners, Nathan says. Old timer. As we got going, Doug has got the engine covered up with the bag. I'm not sure if that's going to last out in our winters here in Nova Scotia, but I don't want to just ruin the engine. I want to keep the engine, so we wrapped it all up in plastic. Doug has got the transmission mount out of the car. We are not going to be able to get a 350 or a small block Chevy in there with the transmission in the way. So basically, Doug has cleaned all that stuff out and trying to get it ready to rock and roll, to get something down in there to mock up. We're just going to take you along with us right for a second. Doug's outside, been shoveling a little bit. There's an engine out there that we want, and we're going to go get it. We're going to take you with us because that's what we're doing, and we can only show you what we're doing. So me and Doug are going to go for it, and then we're going to grab Nathan whenever we need the hand. That's what we're going to do because Nathan is busy inside the car. Let's do it. Let's get the engine thing on there, Doug. This piece. We'll get this piece on. We'll get that on that engine. I'll pull the picker out. Yeah. You want to hook that on? Come look at this here for a second. See there's a hole on the back of the head. See that little hole? There should be one on the front
too. There.
Yeah, so
see it right from here.
You'll have to obviously probably wind that off and put that through, and then that hook can go in one. I hope.
Just North Mountain hook.
North Mountain hook.
North Mountain hook.
Alrighty. I want to get a pair of gloves myself, and the reason being it's cold out there. It changes here. Like we have four weather conditions per day sometimes. Sometimes it snows, rains, blows, and high winds and brush fires. This is true, he says. I am going to take this bad boy. I'm going to get this bad boy outside. I'm not going to get it outside this second, I don't think. Or maybe I am, I'm not sure. Go easy on that door. We might be able to use this drive shaft in the car again. It all depends on the slip joint here. I'm not sure. I'll see what happens. That's out of the Hudson. Probably. Oh yeah, we'll use a piece of it. That's working. It'll match up to the rear end. That's for sure. When you get these jacks cold, they don't usually work that good, so I'm just kind of wondering, it shouldn't get that cold out there that quick, I don't think. So let's just take it out and get hooked up, I guess. The new door is amazing, and the reason the new door is amazing because I can get stuff in and out without trying to, without having to shoveling the doors open, I guess. It goes up instead of open. What do you think, Douglas?
I don't.
You don't think?
I think it's snowing, and yeah.
I think she's snowing.
That kind of consumes everything at the moment, right?
Let's get this geared up quick as possible.
Just beside this a bit here, right? Thank you, thank you.
Beautiful, isn't it, baby, huh? I can't sing any Christmas carols, so.
There's ice out here, so watch your step, man.
There's ice out here.
Yes, right here. It's a big patch right here.
So what we're going to do is probably got to get this engine. It's been out here for a year now, a year or more. I've been using it for mock-up, and the mock-up for just putting it in, putting motor mounts on it, getting it in place. So that's what we're going to do with this one. And then we're going to pull that one outdoors. Actually, let's swing that motor around so we can get it. Yeah, that way. Watch it, Doug. Oh.
Swing around.
Grab the transmission, I'll grab the front.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Slide on that ice.
Huh? Can we bring her over some more? Watch your fingies.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure why they don't have wheels that turn on the front of these things. I have no idea why they don't have that, but it is something that is a pain in the ass.
Down a little bit, Shadows. Down a little bit, buddy. There we go.
Try and do as quick as possible.
Might snow.
Oh, there's some pipes I left there. Had some old motorcycle pipes that I put there in case I wanted to build some headers. There they are. Let's pull that out and then pull that. Let's pull this in. You want to pick that up? Pick that up.
Excuse me.
Nathan, you want to give us a hand just for a sec, old buddy? I'm not sure if we. I actually want to get this out of the way. Is what I want to get. I want to put that engine over there.
Excuse me.
I want to put that engine basically back over where this one was. That's good enough for that now. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this up over top of this or not. Aye. There we go. Oh. Right over where it was. Good there's three of us, I can tell you that.
She's a bit soggy in the slosh. Ice right here, Nathan. Watch your step, buddy. Spin it somewhere.
Just leave it just like that. Should be fine.
So we'll be gone in 2 days anyway.
All right, let's pull
Might
this
be gone by the end of the day.
Push this bad boy in if we can. Please. I don't know if that's possible. You want pulling that in? Watch your hands, Doug. Let me help you. Watch your head. You wonder why they don't make the front wheels turn. Huh? Would that cost money or what's the problem? There's a cord right there. Doug, want to grab that cord? Ooh.
It's got 350 on it or 400?
It's just got a 3-speed automatic, I think.
What you want to use, and then
I got a little pusher thing here. Everything's good. How'd that go, Doug? Did you like that?
I love it. Who doesn't love winter here in Nova Scotia?
it did go up a long ways, didn't it?
Oh my! I couldn't open the doors here one year because that lip would swell up. It was over. It was over. See you later, motor. Ooh, that's something nice in there, huh? Open and close the door like that. Have a big hell yeah, people. We want a big hell yeah.
For winter.
For winter. So Doug's going to put the engine in all snowy.
Let's do it.
Catch your breath for a minute.
Snow power.
Snow power. So basically, I think we're going to go with a small block. We have one that was given to us by John Shepard. We put it in the storage container over there. It was out of a 84, 85 Monte Carlo SS. It was in high output 305 is what I'm thinking.
That's the video where we had the tractor incident.
Yeah.
Remember tractor incident?
So that was the last time I kind of rolled the tractor over. We sold it. It was over. No more of that. Chad, don't drive tractor no more. So that engine's out there. We had that for free. We have another frame that's sitting over there. We got for free from another guy. Nathan had got the body off it, but that has all the front end pulleys and brackets and all that sort of stuff for that engine. So basically, we're going to spend $0 on putting an engine in this, but that'll soon change when we start putting the manifold on it, water pump, that sort of stuff. That'll soon change. Hoses gets expensive. It does. We're going to keep that price down just as low as we can. I'm thinking that we're going to clean this part up, like get this really nice and clean in here, clean it all up so that we can paint it, We'll put a nice engine in it, clean it all clean, and then we'll leave the outside the way it originally is.
It's in good shape here. It'll clean up really nice.
Go for it. You're more than welcome, Doug, if you want to clean up a little bit more.
Yes, I
and if you want to, you're allowed to try to set that engine in if you want to.
Okay.
But cleaning it up the best you can would be perfect. On the hood, I got the front end. We fiberglassed it yesterday, and I just took a little bit off, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to fix that now. Stick with us. Thanks for coming back. We really appreciate it. The weather has changed. And the reason we got two things going on is because got to have some work for Doug and Nathan and myself on the Hudson. This thing here is getting ready to get the primer put on it. So maybe by the end of the day, we should be ready for primer, I'm hoping. I still got the trunk lid left to do. Hopefully we're ready by the end of the day. And then Tuesday, that'll mean primer. If I can get behind you, sweetheart. Thank you. You don't need to go out, Fiend. Stay in. You don't need to go out. You did a good job. You did a good job. So on this old car on the Hudson 36, it has juice front brakes and has mechanical back brakes. It's crazy. Kind of cool. So we'll end up using the engine that we got for free on the Hudson. But one thing we will do, like Nathan did on this one, he dressed the engine up, and that's what we'll do is we'll dress the engine up so it looks good underneath the car. We're not looking for a huge bunch of horsepower or anything. We're just looking for it to look good. Like Jolene, look good. You come over here for a second. You can see. Yeah, go for it. High spot. High spot. High spot. You can see where it's starting to go through high spots. Where it's not sanded, where you got metal going on here and you got paint here, that tells me that's higher than that, obviously. Where I put the sander on, you can see where it's all low. If you come over on this side, you can see how the fiberglass is hitting here. Held my machine flat, hit metal right there at the edge of the hood, hit metal way over here. There's nothing in there, so that's telling me that's a low spot in the hood. Exact same thing what's going on over here. High spots, sometimes are okay. The low spots is what gets you. Low spots is what get you. So when I come over here and spread that filler on, I'm basically want to go to the low spots first. Put some fill on the low spots, and then drag your mud through. Let's get some mud rocking and rolling. Let's get some mud rocking and rolling. And what I mean by mud is body fill.
Bondo.
Bondo. So we've got the hood to do, a little bit of the quarter panels to do, trunk lid to do, primer it. We're going to primer the outside of it to see what it is. I know what it is, it's a 54, but to see what is needed to make it right. What you do this weekend, Doug?
Play with my son. Daddy all weekend.
Play daddy all weekend,
Play
did you?
dad all weekend.
Yeah.
It's a full-time job, and it's the best job anyone could ever have.
Oh, don't tell him that.
It'd go right to my head. My head swells up, start floating around the shop.
You never be able to get it of that. Nate sold Doug a what this weekend? A what? Or did you give it to him?
Made a deal.
Made a deal.
We made a deal.
What was it? What you get it? What?
He didn't get nothing out of me yet, but he's...
No, but what did you get?
I got an Xbox 360.
An Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Young fella wanted an Xbox, eh?
Yeah, well, he's got a brand new MetaQuest VR set, but he wanted an old school Xbox 360. Because the gaming never ends.
I got an old beer box down there.
Yeah. Oh, you got a beer box everywhere around here, bud. What'd you do all weekend, Chad? Drink beer?
No. I work by.
I know, I can tell. You got lots done in the car.
That's what I did all weekend. I worked on my old truck all weekend.
Did you? Actually, yeah, I know that. Playing with the engine. Nathan's playing with a 70, what year? 77 Ford half-ton. It's lowered, bagged, Crown Vic front. 4-link. Have it ready for this summer.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not gonna paint it.
And Nathan has done everything onto it himself. It's not like this with a bunch of help. He done everything himself.
Did a hell of a job on it too.
From what I understand, he did a hell of a job on it.
Yep. Hell of a good job, buddy.
I'm saying that's a low spot. No paint. Low spot. Showed you where the high spot was, where the metal is. No sense me putting any filler there yet. Carried another squeegee with me.
Rivets. Rivets, rivets.
Some people don't like blocking out hoods. I don't mind it, and the reason being is I'll use that 8-inch orbital. And yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. I don't mind it. Let's go back and get some more.
All kinds of dirt.
Since Doug was asking me what I did on the weekend, you got to see the hood, what I did to the hood. That was 45 minutes of the weekend, but if we come over this side,
You got all kinds of good stuff done. He was busy.
I end up filling the fender, the door, the entire quarter panel, the fender skirt, and doing that again. I did the other fender skirt. I had to get this door fitting right. So what happened was I had some filler on this, and some fiberglass was showing. Generally, you don't want a prime fiberglass because you're going to end up having pinholes in it. It's so coarse. So what I did is I come over and I flooded this, I flooded this, and I flooded all this with a thin coat of body fill, and then I just took it off again with my 8-inch orbital, and then I 80 grit to take some of the scratches out of it. As you can see, when I did the door back here, you see in here, you can see I haven't buzzed it off yet. Sorry about that, baby. I haven't buzzed it off yet. There's a shim I put in there. Right there, you can see it shimming behind that door. I need one more
making out, man.
fastener for the door. But now that I've shimmed the door, because the door was it was worn out or worn, the pin,
yes,
it was not shutting right. So now I got the door shutting right. Shuts right, fits good. When I picked it up, it did pull it away a little bit, a little tiny bit here, but not much, to be honest with you. Like that much, you know, 16th, yeah, 16th or half an eighth maybe, So what happened was this became too tight. Became too tight for anything, for paint or primer. It just would have kept, you know, building up. I would end up chipping things off. So what I'm planning on doing is running around, taking all the paint off the edges of the doors, of the trunk lid, the hood and stuff like that, anything that would hit or build up or chip off. And I end up taking this thing here, and I took the zip cut, and I cut all the way up along that, and I tapped, if you want to come in and take a look, I tapped the door post back, and I welded it all together. You can see where the body fill is here, right? That's where I tapped this back, I cut the face of it, tapped that back, re-welded it, filled it out so it fit. So now I've got everything that fits good. I had an issue up here, that fixed that. This is the thing I was talking about, where I've got the door all the way out. I don't have to put filler on the door and make it fit. I leave it thin. Put the filler on the car. Now you can't tell when you open the door. Like when this car is painted, you would never know that I filled the quarter panel to make that door fit really good, because you would never come over and say, well, that's kind of, you won't know, to be honest with you. With the door, the way I've got it done, like I said, when you look at the edge of the door, it doesn't look like anything's been fixed. And that's the way we want it. We've got probably, I'm not sure, 3/16 there for a gap or a little bit better. I had to bang out the bottom of the door a little bit, and the reason I banged the bottom of the door out because the sill was out a little bit, and I want that stuff to match up the best it can. So that's what I did there. I added a little fill there to make that door fit better. The shim was to make the door fit better, and we've got the fender skirts on. That was this weekend. So now we're on to the hood and the trunk lid.
We will know, Chad.
We will know? Well, anybody that washes will know. How's that? And I don't want to let you, mislead you in any way. Not at all. I want everybody to know what can be done and what can't be done, and then they can pick and choose what they want to do or how they want to do it. That'd probably be the best way. That will make you the happiest when you pick and choose how you want to do it. If it was summertime, we might take that out and pressure wash it, maybe, but it's still got to be dug down, scraped off. There's a bunch of work there to get that scraped off and cleaned up. It's just been on there for 60 years or more, and to get that stuff off, just to clean it up and paint it, that's what we want to do. Where did I put the big one? I like the little squeegee to put the mud on the car, and then I like the big one to flatten it out. And I'll probably hit this again before I sand it, and you know the reason why. Because I want to have more on than I need. If I don't have it, I can't sand it. You'll be quite surprised, well, not quite surprised, but let's mix up some more. I'm leaving that hole right there, and we're going to try that emblem on, or that hood ornament on today. I'm thinking that I like it. If Jolene likes it, we're going for it. Jolene's picking out the color, I said yesterday, and she has not told me yet what color she's going with, but it's going to be a surprise. I'm hoping that we can get her to maybe go right to the store or whatever and get the paint and then bring it back, and then we'll open it and be like, what? Okay. That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll trickery again, eh? I see that the molding is going to have to go in many different pieces to get where he's going, because there are so many different odd cuts on that post. So Nate is actually basically doing what he has to do to make it work. There's no textbook how to make that garnish molding fit again. You basically have to put it in and work with it and do the best you can do with what you have. Test, trim. Got to put some more on. I know. Just think we'll be priming soon.
Oh, you primed last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I blocked it all off. Can't you tell?
That's the one.
Jolene had to make fun of me. She said that I wasn't going to get it done. So when she had to go do a little favor for her mother, it was Jolene's mother's birthday a couple days ago.
Happy birthday, Mama Bear.
And Jolene took her to the city and, did what they had to do, I guess, to make a birthday for her mother. And I stayed and worked on the car.
You got in trouble.
I stayed totally out of trouble. There was no one here except the radio.
When my birthday comes along, you can take me to the city if you want, bud.
Just drive back there and back for it?
Whatever.
Sounds good to me, Douglas. I'll just buy you a video game.
There you go. I love video games.
Doug has one kid, and his name is Jax.
Jax. J-A-X.
How old?
9.
9 years old.
9 years old.
Nathan, you have 3 kids?
2.
2 kids. And your kids are?
The daughter's going to be 16, the boy going to be 12.
There you go. One for each generation.
Keeps me grounded and out of trouble.
I don't believe that. I think Nathan's the other way around. Oh well, it is what it is. As you all know, I have, or don't know, maybe you do know, I have 3 children. And they're all on their own. Yeah!
How many children
All
do you
their
have,
decisions
Jolene?
are made by them.
You have any children, Jolene? Yes.
I never expected that out of you, girl.
You got your hands full. Yeah.
Nathan lives 3 minutes away. Doug lives 3 minutes away. They both live on the mountain.
Less than 2 minutes on the bike. Probably like 3.5 minutes with the car.
They were trying to call this place tonight. What do you try to call this place, Doug? Mountain Auto.
North Mountain Redneck Auto.
North Mountain Redneck Auto.
North Mountain Customs.
Trying to take over, boys. You never know. They might be able to.
Stuff and things happen, we just, hide something.
I'm just putting mud on here, trying to have some.
What's that look like, Chad, right there? I think I can pack that in there.
If you can, just 1 second. If you can get that match up right there, it'd be nice. That corner right there, the inside corner. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that looks good.
That's good.
Yep.
It's just hard for me to hold it.
I understand. Tic tac, patty whack, give a dog a bone.
Ah, Jesus, is that me?
How long you been doing this kind of work, Nathan?
I've been working on stuff all around.
All your life.
Just working on all different stuff. Making stuff.
And that's what you still do right today, work on everything, eh?
Yeah, still working on everything.
Nathan's actually building a deuce and a half.
Yeah.
I'm building a deuce and a half the week for another guy. Doug is keeping his son happy, running around the roads. We see Doug run the roads quite a bit with his son.
Yeah.
They wear the Hiltz hat proudly, sometimes.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Alrighty, get another little bit of filler going here. Need the filler. If I don't have the filler, I can't make it right. Some more on.
No mud caked in here at all.
Doug, you've done a little bit of everything, have you not? Body
Pretty
shops,
much. Yep.
carpenter work, laying floors to
Yeah, janitor work.
janitor work.
Yes, we did. Yep, buses. Lots of buses, didn't we, Nate? Yeah, we tore the hell out of those things. Pretty much. We lit them on fire and everything, didn't we, buddy?
Yeah. Can you imagine that working on your son's bus?
The only vehicles on the road that don't have seatbelts. Right? Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
The only, that's kind of odd, eh?
Yeah. Apparently the first 4 seats in the front now are all supposed to have seatbelts.
Oh, is that right?
They're supposed to.
You know why? They're the first ones at the accident.
Some kids need to be strapped down. On you right now.
I've probably been one of them kids.
Yeah.
I can remember chucking things on the bus and oh man.
Sometimes the bus ride home's quite fun.
Listen, I'll tell you, the bus drivers are good people.
Yeah.
Put up with, you know.
Uncle Bob.
Oh, yeah. Oh my. Especially if you were driving me. I can remember getting off the bus. And there used to be a hook on the back of the buses. I don't know if there's a hook on the back of the buses or not, but there used to be a big hook. And I'd run out in the wintertime, and as soon as I get off the bus, I'd grab that hook on the back of the bus, and I'd let that bus tow me as long as I could. And I used to have fun doing it. And then one day I jumped and did it and forgot my skates on the back of the bus on the hook. Oh, didn't I cry. Couldn't catch the bus and want my skates back. Everybody just laughing, right? I thought it was cool grabbing the back of the bus and dragging along the road. Everybody laughing and screaming. I was screaming last when my old skates took off with the bus. I generally do not sand the body fill between layers. And the reason being is I feel like it could be a waste of time. And also, I want that material for when I start sanding it. So that's why I generally don't sand in between. And like it's like I told Doug, if I mix the body fill up on this here and went over there and mixed some more body fill and put that body fill on top of that body fill, could you get it apart? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So basically that tells me that I'm allowed to mix filler and put it on top of filler. No, it doesn't look bad. It almost looks like I've done it before. Almost. Throw a comment in what you're working on. Why not? What you're working on.
And if you're not working on something, but go buy something to work on.
That's a fantastic idea. And the reason I think that's a fantastic idea is because once you buy something like that, that's where your brain goes.
Yep.
You're not hurting nobody. Then it gets the car world moving again.
Everybody should get on something.
Everybody needs a hobby car.
Hobby car.
Check home building models, working on something.
All your vehicles are hobby vehicles, Nathan. You actually need a car. You do.
I haven't got enough.
What do you think about that, Jolene? Don't have enough cars yet.
Oh, she's put pictures on the internet what I look like when I don't. It's like, you know, a kid having Hot Wheels. You can't have just one.
Oh yeah, you got that right. Ooh. Just keep mixing it until I get where I think I have enough to put on the hood to do something. That's basically all I'm doing.
I tore mine apart the first year of COVID, and it hasn't been just over 4 years. And
Your truck?
yeah, I think it's time I better get back on earth on this.
COVID did a lot of funny things, you know.
It did.
COVID actually helped start this channel. You know, when me and Jolene, you know, we weren't doing the TV thing, so we said, let's do our own thing, and look where it's at. And I have everybody that watches to thank. Appreciate it. Thank you. You know, doing it again because I feel like it. Doing it again. And what happens is, I will sand this until I see the ocean floor or black paint. That's what I'm going to sand it to. And I'm going to hope that I can sand it and have no metal showing in between any body fill. I do not want any metal showing whatsoever. But like when I'm sanding, I'm going to be looking for paint or metal. So
Take it out, put it back in. Take it out, put it back in.
quite a spot over here, so. Whatever way I'm generally whatever which way I'm pulling this squeegee is generally which way the body fill is going. Now, see that little spot right there? Little spot right there. There's no body fill in it. I'd be crazy not to put a little filler in that to make sure that there is enough product to cover. And that's what that's all about when you're finding stuff like that. This side isn't too bad. This side had quite a bit of an issue. We'll buzz this off with a little filler on that, and then we should have enough filler on to start. Or actually, we'll feel it over with our hands. Someone asked you how you feel. I usually tell them with my hands.
Thank God it's just your hands.
What? With my hands. So that's what we'll do first.
I feel like chicken tonight.
Chicken tonight?
I feel like chicken tonight.
And Jolene bought Chinese food for...
Oh, that sounds good.
It was really good. We're going to have it for dinner today. I hate to tell you that. I shouldn't have told you that.
Yeah, where'd you get it from?
We got it from...
Nice.
Double Dragon.
So did you guys get enough for us too?
I apologize.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. I do love Chinese food too, though. Don't blame you.
I don't blame you. What's that? You ate the other week? The Chinese food restaurants around here, when COVID hit, they would not, well, actually nobody was going in, sitting down, eating nowheres. It's just now they've started having people come in and sit down and have something to eat. I'm thinking that things were going well doing by takeout, because that's how everybody was ordering their Chinese food, was takeout. And it really affected a lot of people, because a lot of people wanted to go in and sit down and eat as much as they could for the buffet, right?
Yeah.
And they shut that down, and it was all takeout. I'm not sure if they did better doing it that way, or if they did better with people inside the restaurant. I'm not sure, but it just opened up now. And we have not been in yet. We've just done takeout, have we not, sweetheart? I want to ruin my sandpaper, but... trying to feel if it's high or not. I've got metal going all the way around it, so just trying to feel if it's high. If I have to sand any more off or leave it. It's good. We'll blow that off, and then we'll go around it and blow gun right here. Generally, fiberglass is a porous material. What I mean by porous is there'll be a lot of more pinholes in fiberglass than there would be filler. And that's basically why I'm putting the body, make sure body fill is trying to be over the filler like the fiberglass. I'm not going to do anything there because it feels too good. I'm thinking that the primer is going to allow that to do its job, and we'll fix any pinholes that are in that. But generally you want to get your fiberglass covered up generally. I generally get it close with the fiberglass, but it is pinholey. So it is pinhole. We don't want that. We want some Z grip. I bought some expensive fill the other day. I guess it's all expensive, I guess.
You never use putty, Chad?
I try not to use putty.
Well, a lot of people like to use it just for your pinholes.
Yeah.
It's so nice and smooth and stuff.
What happens is I find that you get addicted to using it, and then you're covering everything with it.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to do. I don't want to cover everything with that stuff. I find it's so expensive.
How thick does that
It is very.
primer go on? Does it go on?
I'll bet you can get it on an eighth in places.
Yeah.
Probably.
I've never used that before.
Ooh, I love
good.
that stuff.
It is good.
Well, I say love it, but it sure does help the project look a lot better. When I go to prime this car, basically just going to get Doug, I got Doug to tape up all the windows. We'll get him to do it again because we had to pull them out because we're ahead of the game a little bit. But I will probably I'll probably put 2 gallons of primer on just the outside of it. And the reason I'm going to put 2 gallons on the outside of it is because I want product on the car to sand it, to be able to get where I want to go with it, and that's to make it look good. And where I want to go with the car is I'd like to have it straight, no scratches, no picks, and all the gaps looking fairly good, I mean, let's face it, there's a difference between painting a car and making a show car, obviously, and it's probably about a couple thousand hours. But something like this, you want to make it look the best you can for what it is. And basically it stands at no scratches, no picks, and body gaps all look good. That's basically where it's at for me, to make it look good. And if you can get all that stuff accomplished, awesome. And I'm thinking that these 50 Fords, or any older 50s car, does need work on gapping and fitment. Oh, I didn't want that to fall in there. Every time something falls off, you got to sand it. Make sure you realize that. I have filler here and there. I might as well add it together. That makes sense to me. Paint has been sanded so the body fill sticks.
Very hard spot to get at.
Take the big one.
Lots of dirt.
Feather it off. Ah. Didn't like that. Smoother you can get that on there, the better job you can do sanding, getting it off, that's for sure. And if it's not smooth, it's okay. Oh, baby found a big piece of filler sitting on there. Thank you. See that body fill that's mixed up and it's got no blue color in it, make sure you mix it up, or if not, it'll be soft on you when you go to sand it. What's going to happen now is I'm going to leave that, let it dry, and I'm going to start doing this, rubbing it over with my hand and feeling if there's anything that I don't like. And you guessed it, if there's anything I don't like, I go back over to the can and put more on before I sand it. I hope that makes sense. The reason I want to put it on before I sand it, because if I can get all the filler on there and sand it off once with my 8-inch DA, I'm way further ahead than doing it, sanding it, going back and doing it again, sanding it and doing it again, sanding it and doing it again. I feel like I'm further ahead.
A pile of dirt, isn't there? All caked in around the frame everywhere.
What's your favorite car, Doug?
My car. Because it's mine.
My car, you said. What's your favorite car, Nate?
I can't say that I have a favorite one, but
That's
anything
right.
that's not electronic and
Yeah, anything old that we can still work on is most generally what we love.
I always say my favorite car is the one I'm working on.
Yeah. Oh, I'm always working on my car constantly.
There you go.
Well, I can constantly, but hobby cars.
oh, yeah, that car, Doug.
13 years.
Yeah, that's getting close to that.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Longest I've ever had one.
Longest car I've ever owned too without wrecking it.
That feels good. That feels good. That feels good. A little low right there. I can feel it. A little low right here too. There, right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the filler up. I got a little spot right here I feel like's low, and I have a spot right here that I feel like low. I might have enough body fill on it to get it. I might, but I'm not going to take that chance because I want to sand it all off at once. So I'm just going to mix a little more fill, put it in them spots, and try to be happy with what I'm doing.
What's your favorite car, Chad?
The one I'm working on, buddy.
Are you
The one
sure?
I'm working on.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what? It'll change as I work on something else. Basically, when I start working on that, well, I'll be on that one. And the reason I say that is because that's where my brain's at. I don't think about anything else when I'm working on something. Generally, I try to focus where I'm at.
No Volkswagen, that's all it is.
Well, that's the next one I was going to get.
I can stay on that.
Yeah, there you go. No Volkswagens, he says.
If it's anything like the thing and how we acquired that.
That was a
yes.
money-making machine, that was.
Maybe for you, but no more Volkswagens.
We can't get our parts. And we still haven't got our parts. Surprise, surprise.
Not surprised, not surprised.
Well, whatever.
So good.
Good experiences and bad experiences.
Well,
I guess it's the ones you want to dwell on. And that one's not it.
Learning experience.
Learning sucks sometimes. Yeah, Nathan said it right. Learning sucks sometimes. But we all have to go through it to learn, I guess.
That's right.
If you never go through it, you never know, do you? Just trying to hit low spots, that's all I'm doing. Just felt like it was low there when I rubbed my hand over it.
Oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Neither was I.
Half the time that trigger don't work, and the time it works, the time don't work.
Let me get this one. There we go. To me, I feel like that was easier to do that and then to not have enough product and then say, darn, I gotta go make some more. Hopefully I can sand it all off as one. Just trying to, oop, don't want to do that. There's a hole there, I don't want that hole. It's a little low spot going there, it seemed like. Just want to make sure it got filler in it. Cool. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for coming back. I really appreciate it. We're just going to keep on cruising what we're doing. Nathan's going to keep tacking his stuff together.
I get it all over in here practically.
Awesome. So if you can see, you got, there's that piece had to be cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces just to get the corners and the shape going on.
The top one is all the original piece right here. I'm going to use one screw and it had two that's
Right on. Cool.
We get all the 4 other factory holes in.
And that will have to be filled out, or all welded, ground, filled, and primed to make it look right. Just like the other ones we got down there that are all basically done, that Doug done before. They're down there. Nathan had welded them up, and Doug filled them out. They're just sitting down there. But I want to thank everybody for coming back. We really appreciate it. Doug's cleaning, getting things ready for mock-up.
Dirty.
And Nathan is doing garnish moldings to finish it off so I can be happy. I am trying to get the hood to where I'm going to be happy with it, looking down over the hood when I'm driving the car, or Jolene's driving the car. We want to get that hood nice and straight. But you come back tomorrow and we'll be here, no doubt in my mind. We still got a trunk lid left to do and we still got to prime the car. So you come back tomorrow and we'll be here. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it, a whole bunch. And if it wasn't for you, we probably wouldn't be on YouTube.